So please don't hate me, because as I was looking over the lesson that I just gave you, I realized that I didn't go over any multiplying and dividing problems, and that's going to be a problem because you definitely have those on your assignment. I promise I won't take up much of your time since your last video was long. Just want to run through a couple examples so that you understand what's going on. Exact same steps. Find the side of the variable, do the inverse operation, and then check your work, okay? Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So, for example, if we have, let's say, 7W equals 126, okay? Well, what are 7 and W doing? Okay, first of all, sorry, I'm trying to rush so that you don't hate me. Let's draw our line, okay? We care about the side with the variable, so I only really care about the 7 and the W right now. What are the 7 and the W doing? They're multiplying. So how do I fix that? I have to divide. Remember, you do the inverse. So I divide by 7. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So I'm going to divide this side by 7, okay? When you do the inverse, it makes the numbers cancel out. So all I'm left with is W. And then you do 126 divided by 7, and I promise you it comes out to be 18. So once again, you're just doing the opposite of what they want you to do. They wanted me to multiply, well, I'm actually going to divide, okay? Next one, what if I have H over 2 equals 15? Okay, let me draw my wall. All right, I only care about this side because this is where my variable is. Remember, I want to get rid of whatever's with the variable, okay? So I need to get rid of this divided by 2. How do you get rid of a divided by 2? You have to multiply by 2. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side, okay? So when I do this right here, these inverse operations, they cancel each other out. So all I'm left with is H, okay? Same thing over here, 15 times 2. I get 30. So you're always doing the inverse, okay? They wanted me to do H divided by 2. I really had to multiply by 2. All right, let's do another one. Let's say that it is 1/3 X equals 4/5. Okay, let me draw my wall. Okay, I only care about this side because this is where my variable is. What are 1/3 and X doing? 1/3 and X are multiplying, so I need to divide. So I'm going to draw my big division bar. 1/3 here. You got to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, remember, over here, these are going to cancel each other out. So all I'm left with is X over here. Now this side, I'm going to scooch this over so I have room. I'm going to rewrite this so we can see a little bit better. We've got 4/5 divided by 1/3. So here you have to remember your rules for dividing fractions. Remember, it's keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep this first fraction, change that to times, and then flip this. Now you can multiply straight across. So 4 times 3 is 12. So we're going to get 12 over 5. Or if you want a mixed number, it would be 2 and 2/5. All right. Let's see. Trying to think of any other ones that are kind of popular that you might see. This right here, you'll see these a couple times because they're trying to trick you, and remember that you need to know how to do keep, change, flip. But you know, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to do the inverse of what it's asking. Let me double check one more paper to see if there's any problems we haven't done yet. Let's do one real quick where it's on the other side. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you have, I don't know, 48 equals 2W, okay? So there's my wall. I'm focused on this side because this is where my variable is. What are 2 and W doing? 2 and W are multiplying, so I actually need to divide. So I divide by 2. divide by 2 here. All right, these, remember, are going to cancel each other out, so they're going away. So I'm left with W over here, and then 48 divided by 2 is 24. But remember, we want to write it with the variable coming first, so I would actually write it like this. All right, that is just quick few examples on dividing and multiplying one-step equations. It's no different from adding and subtracting. You're just focused on doing the inverse, okay? If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.